Hi, hello, people. How do you do? It's good to see you. So, for some of you, all this is new, but I want to have a conversation with you about paradigm shifts. And I think it's quite appropriate that I model some of the things that I'm about to discuss with you. So, let's start from some of the new places, shall we? The Amma Manson show starts in 30 seconds. All right, then. Are you ready? Do you have a drink? Are you sat comfortably? All right, good stuff. Now let's do the other admin. Call a friend, to tell a friend, to invite a friend, to get a friend on, because the show is on in a few seconds. Why should they be on? They need to be on here to learn, to have fun, to widen their horizons. And that's what the show is about anyway. Are you ready? Well, I hope you are, because I am. I'm excited. Yes. Okay, so that's voice note is from 2019, I think, when I was looking to push the platform and actually establish it. So we will come to all these elements and we will come and look at some of the dynamics. I'm just showing you them. At the moment, the platform is grown. I myself am very comfortable with the kind of people I am attracting authentically. And because of this reason, I am not in a hurry to add a lot of these dimensions. But yeah, the Amamanson platform has had the capacity to do this for a long time. I have had StreamYard for, I think, 4 coming up to 5 years now. This is not new. And yes, it's possible for me to do these sorts of things. I've been capable of doing it for a long time. I have had them sitting on this app for a long, long, long time. It's just for me and my purposes. Ordinarily, now, it doesn't really add any value to me. Yes, I used to have all these things that I would promote, and some of them are quite high tech, some of them are low tech, different kinds of stuff. Bear that in mind. I'm going to have a conversation with you around this, around the topic, and this is quite relevant to that. So I am building the scene. Let's change this to something more new and more fresh. Yeah, sometimes when the show was going on, I could do this. Yeah, you could also. Okay, point made, I hope. I wanted to show you some of the things that it takes or has taken to build and to grow. Obviously, some of those things are now not used as much. Some of them are used more than others. But let's tell you the story. Let me start the story from the very beginning. In this life, we have paradigms. Paradigms are theoretical concepts, ideas that allow you to make sense of some of the practical things that you experience. And depending on which paradigm you are operating, you will select certain actions. Okay. Paradigms reflect beliefs, fundamental beliefs. And because of those beliefs, your actions will make sense and so you will take them. The thing with paradigms is, especially in this current dispensation, in the old dispensation, a person could live and die with one paradigm. Okay. When my grandmother lived, life was the same from the day she was born, ish, till the day she went, ish. Nothing really changed that much because she lived in one era. My mother is experiencing two eras. My mother was born into the Industrial Revolution and now she is in the information age. But in my mother's case, she's not even in the information age because she's a pensioner. She's managing her business somewhere in the corner. My mother chooses not to even do anything on WhatsApp. That's her business. She doesn't engage with the technology crazy. But then it comes to people like us. Me, I wasn't born with the technology. The technology came to meet me. I'm trying always to take things in step, but the technology is running so fast from me. I was born into a paradigm that said that you worked. And if you wanted to get a good job, you went to school and you got qualifications. And if you got qualifications, then you got good jobs. Your salary was good and you lived better than those who did not have qualifications. That was the paradigm. And so we invested to go be engineers, be teachers, be doctors, be whatever, with an idea of a lifestyle. So the thing is now, it's possible for somebody to not attend school, to turn on a social media app, to say nothing intelligent, to just engage people for whatever reason, and still be able to monetize an account and make more than an engineer does. A person is now able to pick any of these applications, and that person is then able to make a film star of themselves. People have made superstars of themselves. There are some people on social media who are known, more known than some of the traditional movie actors. Why? Because the paradigm has shifted. The thing is, many people do not recognize these paradigm shifts. And so they fixate with the old paradigms. They operate with the old paradigms. I still talk to people who ask me till this day, how can such a person not have a job and be okay? I'm like, you will find that such a person is making more money on their social media platform than me with my full employment as well as the businesses I run. Yeah, this person doesn't get up. This person doesn't go anywhere during the day. This person is just on the platforms a few times a day. This person is here dancing. This person is here twerking. This person is here fighting. This person is here insulting. It depends on who the person is. But people can have different positions that should, on the old paradigm, not allow them to have good audiences. If you think about it, if you bring the old paradigm to social media, you will expect that people will want to see authority figures. They would want to see intelligent people. They will want to see those who bring meaning to life. Well, no, a lot of people are not looking for that in this dispensation for various reasons. A lot of people are just looking for ways to laugh. A lot of people are looking for clowns to entertain them. A lot of people are interested in watching other people fight. That may bug your mind sometimes if you operate some of the old paradigms. But before we go any further, let me tell you the story of paradigm shifts and the dangers of not moving in line with paradigm shifts before I tell you the reasons why I'm even setting the scene the way I am. So, in Ghana, they managed to establish a very vibrant movie industry. Okay. In this movie industry, they made local stars. And some of those people are superstars. You see some of them on Netflix. There are some of their films now on Netflix. So these guys are not just local champions, they are now international champions. Okay. This film industry was in English, but there were local people who were not very educated, or some people who were very educated but chose to go into that industry. But initially, the people who kickstarted this other alternative music movie industry were people who were from the local arts, they didn't speak good English, could not go into the movie directors, would not cast them, rah, rah, rah. And they created their own alternative movie industry. The main industry is Gollywood. This is centered around a particular city, and so the industry was called Kumawood. It was based on Kumasi, Kumawood. This was the Kumasi version of the movie industry. And for years, Kumawood gathered momentum. It built capacity. It became huge. At some point, some of its stars were making more money than some of the mainstream artists. At some point, some of its stars were so well known and everything was working really well. They were working on specific type of storylines that seemed to fit the demographic that they were serving. Okay, they told stories that were not exactly elaborate. It was more about high drama. It was more about singing, dancing, and they had an industry. It was going really well. That industry now has disappeared. And somebody was asking me recently, Amma, why did the industry disappear? It's very simple. The paradigm changed. The tide shifted. And the people in that industry did not see it coming. They were blindsided by it. What made Kumawood big was CDs and DVDs. Those guys could put their movies on DVDs and they could give it to vendors outside. At that time, the DVD technology was not one that everybody had. And so people could not copy easily. All right. So you will actually go to a movie store and you would go and buy the DVDs, and the movie maker made money. The problems began when every Tom, Dick, and Harry began to get portable computers that had a drive and allowed you to copy DVDs, to rip DVDs, to put them in places. When things began to go electronic, the industry began to, well, I don't think people in the industry recognized the turbulence, but there was turbulence on the scene. If you are on, say hello, because this Facebook is doing all sorts of funny things to me recently. I cannot for the life of me see much of what's going on. So if you are on here somehow and you can see me, then say something, do something, and let me share. Let me say hi to you. Let me acknowledge you. Okay. What happened to making life simple for me? Nothing is made simple. I might just have to let the app rest and go. I have used StreamYard this evening because it was so choppy during the afternoon with the main app. But going on StreamYard hasn't really changed much this time. We'll see. Anyway, as I was saying, the industry experienced turbulence because the environment changed. At first, you needed big equipment, you needed specialist equipment to make this DVD. You had to even go abroad sometimes to go cast them and bring them. And because the technology was not easily available, people could not easily copy and distribute. When everybody's laptop and PC could rip, master, copy, the industry began to experience challenges. Why? Because people began to copy the videos and they started sharing the videos with friends, so that it was no longer necessary for you to get up and go to a store, a vendor, to go buy the video. You could watch it. And now, with the proliferation of social media and portable devices, it's even worse. At the moment, all it needs is for one person to get the video and to put it on WhatsApp, and it will do the rounds. WhatsApp everywhere. Everybody has a YouTube channel now, and you have a lot of rogues who don't want to create their own content. So guess what? They will steal content. And guess what content is very attractive? It's other people movies. I've seen people build their whole platforms on stealing movies from people. And yeah, they don't even recognize it as stealing. But it costs quite a lot of money to produce your movie, and you should really earn and recoup and make profits of it. And so if your videos are now going to be distributed, and this is not actually reserved for the movie people, it was a problem that some of the music people also experienced, and some of the new paradigms are also going to experience. It's why I'm making this video. Those who were smart from the movie industry looked at the scene and they realized nobody was buying DVDs, nobody was making all these things. Woo. So they looked in the environment, they looked in the market carefully, and they realized that people were spending time on their devices. And one of the places that they were spending time on their devices was social media. Those who lived in Ghana for a long time could not, I still think officially, they can't monetize on most of these platforms. The one which allows them to monetize is YouTube. So guess what? A lot of the big players went to YouTube. They went to YouTube and they started doing skits, short productions, comedic productions. And it caught people's imagination. People will go on and watch and they will share and they will share and they will tag and they will tag. You know, sometimes people stole the content and took elsewhere, but at least you had your content in your platform, and if you promoted your platform enough and people knew about your platform, you created attraction and you made good money. And it took some of the mainstream guys to go to YouTube to make some money. And people had been making it for a while. And then some of us, like me, who can't keep our gob shut, mentioned those who went and found out, told their other colleagues about YouTube, and now everybody is on YouTube. The thing is, this is very bad news for a lot of us who are creatives. The tide is changing. The tide is changing. Something is certainly happening in this industry. If you are a content creator or a would-be content creator, you need to be aware of it. The paradigm is shifting yet again. Just coming to Facebook to create videos is not going to make you a millionaire like it made people 5-10 years ago. Just going to YouTube. Well, I know a lot of people who've operated their YouTube channels for years and they have 100 people. Actually, I have a YouTube channel which has been going for 4 or 5 years and it has 100 people on. YouTube is choked. Traffic is very difficult to drive. And it's actually about to get worse because I saw today on Glory's channel that they are about to monetize Facebook in Nigeria. When that happens, you know the size of Nigeria. Yes, almost all the Nigerians are definitely coming to Facebook, and they are all going to create all manner of content. And they are certainly going to command a huge chunk of the traffic. What does that mean? For those of you who are little, like me, for those of you who don't come from communities where people would jump on board and support you, for those of you who make content which is not for the masses, your income is going to be restricted because you are going to be outcompeted. You are going to be outcompeted. Should we all pack our bags and go die? Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no, 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 no. When the Ghanaian movie industry crashed, the ones who went to YouTube were smart, but they were not as smart as the ones that went on Netflix. Those who got really smart and read, and they realized that it was the distribution platforms that were going to make you money and secure you your earnings. When something is on Netflix, it's on Netflix. It's difficult for people to access it because Netflix does all the security and the rest of it. Netflix does all their membership. You don't need to do jack, but you just need to strike a deal with Netflix. And you see the Black American comedians in particular started moving. When the Black American comedians started moving, some of our people also sat and looked and thought, hey, these people are movie people, right? Yes. Or comedians or whatever, but they have video productions. Yes. Some of their quality is not even as good as ours, right? Yeah. Oh, storylines. Oh my God. So these guys started working with the big platforms, the distributors, the Netflixes, the streaming platforms, the airlines, they started striking big money deals with these guys. And they started creating solid productions and started selling to these platforms. Those people don't even have to work as hard as the ones on the YouTube. YouTube, you have to keep putting content on. Every week you are shooting. Every week you are shooting. Because that's the paradigm within which these social media platforms operate. People don't necessarily come to take their time to watch back on your channel to find gems. No. People are here to see what is here for the here and now. So if they come yesterday and they see a video which is your latest, they come today, they see that same video. They come in the next 3 or 4 days, they see that same video. It means that you are not active on the channel. And if you are not active on the channel, guess what? They are off to go find places where people are active. Your content may be valuable, your content may be amazing. Remember, people are not operating with those lenses. All they are looking for is new frequent appearances. People are more in tune with coming live like this to see you. When they put comments, I don't even know what's happening with this thing today. I haven't seen a comment from a single one of you. Can some of you on type some comments and let me see if the comments have a problem on this app, or is it that you guys are actually quiet? Can you type something, say hi, throw something, and let me see some activity, please. But people come on here and they are here because they appreciate life. They are here because they just want to engage and interact with you. They want to see new content. That's why they are here. They are not here to listen to any old news, no matter how good the quality is, So I'm telling you this because the content creation scene is also turbulent at the moment. Those who insist on being just Facebookers or just being YouTubers, like I did initially, I started just as a Facebooker. Yeah, I have a YouTube account, but I don't do much with it. Yeah, I have a TikTok account, but those people are going to be in trouble. The reason why those people are going to be in trouble is because the competition is becoming very stiff. And so when you have a very narrow funnel, what would a channel into your funnel will be like this. Those who are able to widen their net, they are on TikTok, they are on Facebook, they are active on Instagram, they are active on YouTube. Those people, and especially those who position strategically to stream the same thing to multiple platforms. I don't personally like it because I want it to be that you should be able to follow me across the platforms. So I have segregated the content I create. It's a lot harder to keep the platforms going. It's why some of my smaller platforms don't see a lot of action. But okay, those who have that multiple feed strategy will probably see more success than those of us who narrow in and decide to create for one platform. Those who decide to create the sensational, the entertaining, we have different categories of people. Okay, you have premium thinkers, you have those who really want to focus. Oh, hello, Sister Barbara, thank you. So the comments are working, thank you for that. There are those who think about the deeper, higher things, and there are some who just they just want to laugh. There are some people, if you come and put somebody's naked video, they won't watch because they have better things to do. For them, watching somebody's naked video serves no purpose. But there are many people who will watch. And in fact, those people are more than the ones who seek higher thinking. So you have to think about your content, especially if earning is your thing. You carefully have to consider your content and decide. You are an intelligent person, but will intelligent videos get you the attention that will make you the money you are after? It probably won't. So maybe you need to doctor your content. You may need to amend your content. For some of us, that is not an option. For me, that is not an option. I am not about to come here to twerk. I am not about to come here to distort and contort my body for your entertainment. I cannot do it. So then the question becomes, what else is out there? Again, the survival technique is to diversify your portfolio. Okay. And for some people, you would diversify your portfolio by learning different things. I'm teaching affiliate marketing for that reason. There are some of you content creators or would be content creators that need to learn affiliate marketing so that you would be able to use the attention you get to direct and channel the attention towards the things that you are promoting in your affiliations so that you can make some money. The money from your affiliates sometimes may overshadow the money you make from your social media. But the social media just gives you the springboard to do your affiliate. You have diversified. There are some people who sit here and offer allied services. I am one of them. I come here and I tell you guys, for example, I'm telling you that I am recruiting to go into my affiliate marketing class. If you want to join the class, do let me know. I will give you the link and you can go get yourself a place. And when I am teaching, you can get on. Again, you may not even be a content creator. You may actually be a full-time employee. But sometimes you look at your full-time employment and you realize the money is not actually as much as you need it to be, and you'd like to diversify sport. Welcome to affiliate. You can be an Amamansen affiliate. You can be an affiliate for some of the biggest names on this planet. You can get affiliates that pay you $1, and you can see affiliates that pays thousands of dollars. There is an affiliate that somebody who is in my network does, and every sale they make, obviously the thing is about $20,000. And out of the $20,000, he gets 15% of it. So you work it out. One sale. For that person, all they need to chase is 1 or 2 sales a month. If they are able to make 1 or 2 sales a month, it's the same thing like those who went into real estate. If you sold a house and you made a 10% commission on $100,000 or $200,000, now that was a lot of money. That's how a lot of the realtors made money, because they were selling high ticket items and they got commissions on the percentage of what it is they were selling. For some of you, you need to start looking at things that you will create. Me, I look at everything I can look at. For some of you, you need to create things. For some of you, it is services. For some of you, it is signposting and promotionals, advertising for other people. But you have to start looking at some other way in which you can start earning money to augment your income, because a lot of the incomes from these social media platforms have been hit already, and more are about to be hit even further. More are about to be hit even further. I am sharing this because I promised somebody that I'll explain. I'm sharing this because I want you to hear the advance warning, if you like. I want you to understand that this is not a prophecy of doom. In fact, this is also an opportunity for smart people to move into bigger, better, glorious places. Like those who went to YouTube and made hundreds, thousands of dollars with their video content. For the first time, those boys were making money and did not have to pay a producer, director, anybody, because they were the producer, the director, and everything. Those who went to Netflix when the movie industry collapsed, well, they didn't lose. We've seen a lot of the big Nollywood actors who were banned by Nollywood make it onto Netflix with many, many films. Genevieve Inaji is one. Genevieve was big in Nigeria, and then there was a ban. When the ban happened, I don't think I've seen Genevieve actually become very active in Nollywood itself since the ban. But Nollywood, Genevieve is very, very active on Netflix. I've seen many productions with Genevieve in, and I think she produces or directs them, or maybe does them both. And I'm very sure Genevieve is now making a lot of money. She lives in the States. Sometimes change happens. If you have your fixed mindset on, you will start looking at change and you will be apprehensive by it. But sometimes you also need to recognize that change is good. Change can force you to innovate, it can force you to be better. It can force you to go into territories that you'd otherwise not have looked at, but may have benefited you a long time ago. So don't think that this is a prophecy of doom. This is me saying, be mindful, be watchful, and start thinking. If you have already started your content creation business, no problem. Come, I will teach you some of these new ways to diversify. If you haven't started your content creation, well, come to Mama. Let me give you the best course on the market to go learn the core principles of becoming a creator. If you live in Nigeria, I don't know what else has also been announced. Come to Mama. Let me teach you how all the social media thing works so that you can get yourself ready in June when you are able to earn. Well, you don't want to start in June, really. You want to start now. And you want to start producing and growing and directing attention so that when you are able to earn, hopefully you'd have made strides towards the things that will qualify you to start earning. And for me, I am actually now unemployed for 3 weeks. My employer has sent me home on spring break and Eid. And I'm very, very excited by those 3 weeks because that's 3 weeks for me to work on me, my enterprise, and my businesses. This is 3 weeks that I have time to teach. So I should have advertised earlier, but I didn't. I'm going to put a link out with some hyperlinks to various courses, and you guys can go in there and book yourself a place to join me. And when I am here on the feeds over the next few days, I will tell you and remind you the courses that I am running, and I'll invite you to come join me in those classes. I am so excited that you are here. As I always say, there is no coincidence in my book. Everything happens for a reason. You are listening to me ramble on about paradigm changes for a reason. This message is relevant to you in ways that some of you will recognize immediately, others may not. But I think anybody who sits down to think carefully will see aspects and elements of your life where this would be beneficial. Things are changing. I remember explaining to a lot of people that there will be job losses in 2020, and people kept calling me the prophetess of doom. I'm not the prophetess of doom. It is just that I like to look at patterns. I like to pay attention to the market surveys. I pay attention to the forecast and predictions. And when I hear them, I also come to share it in the hope that some of you will hear those predictions, especially those who will be detrimentally affected. I want you to know, and I want you to take proactive actions to limit your losses, to stabilize your boats, and make sure that you are not susceptible, negatively susceptible to change. That's why I share these things. So change is on its way, change is coming. The economies are rocky. Economies are very rocky, very choppy. And it's adversity and hardship and route for those who don't plan. But I do hope that you are one of those people who chooses to plan, who chooses to be proactive, who does the needful ahead of time so that you don't need to suffer. So that you don't need to suffer. I am going to go off, maybe do a bit of work and sleep. I don't even know which order I should do this on. I thought I'd be able to sleep this afternoon. It never happened. So maybe I'll sleep early evening. And I will see you, God willing, in the morning. Rehash the story I just told you. Take some time and think about your own life. Ask yourself, which elements in your life will this message be applicable? And what changes do you need to effect so that when the paradigm shifts, when the tide changes, you are not left behind, drowning and sinking? But you find where the tide is going and you ride the tide, you ride the waves, and you go higher and benefit. That's the idea. I'll see you tomorrow, God willing. And if you want to join that class, the link is right there. Affiliate marketing is the next class. I will run it starting from next week on Wednesday. I will run 5 consecutive sessions. It will be 8 hours or more in total of direct contact with me, going through affiliate marketing, what it is, how do you set up, where do you go, what platforms do you need, how do I get paid, rah, rah. I'll teach all those things from A to Z so that you are able to become a baby affiliate marketer to make some money. I'll see you tomorrow.